Welcome back, my friends, to another video here on the channel. Today we got some more gaming news for you guys. If you enjoy this video, be sure to drop it a like, subscribe, guys. We are on the road to 100K subscribers here on the channel. Thank you guys so much, by the way, recently for all your incredible support. If you are new, by the way, and you don't know what we do a variety of gaming content, gaming news videos like this one. We also do Let's Plays, gameplays, and just anything gaming, except Nintendo. Nintendo actually have a Nintendo-specific YouTube channel for that because I'm a huge Nintendo fan, and I feel like it kind of deserves its own channel. So there's a link down in the description below if you want to check out that. We also have a community Discord if you want to check out that. You can follow me at JSkeleton92 on Twitter for different things. I'm always basically living on Twitter and different things like that. So all that good stuff. So today we got a few different things to talk about. Kingdom Hearts Melody of Memory, Resident Evil 8, some different things, Amazon announcing a new gaming platform, some Destiny 2 Beyond Light news, and just a few different things like that. So if you guys are ready, leave it a like and let's jump into this. So Kingdom Hearts Melody of Memory is actually going to be getting a demo. So if you guys aren't familiar with what Memory of Melody is, it's basically like a rhythm game that's going to be coming in November, actually. So it's going to be coming to PS4, Xbox One, and Nintendo Switch. And Kingdom Hearts Twitter actually just announced that there's going to be a demo coming. So they said, keep your calendars clear for mid-October. We'll be dropping a Kingdom Hearts Melody of Memory playable demo on PS4, Xbox One, and Nintendo Switch. Get ready to dive into the amazing rhythm action gameplay with memorable tunes in this can't miss musical journey. I'm actually really excited for this game. I mean, yes, I may have a little bit of a bias because I'm a huge Kingdom Hearts fan, but I'm also a pretty big fan of just rhythm-based games as well. I used to play, obviously, Rock Band and Guitar Hero back in the day. I love rhythm-based games. I'm a musician. I play music, and so I guess maybe that's part of it too. So maybe I have a bias to music stuff too as well. But it does look like a pretty genuinely good game, and there is going to be a bunch of story that's going to further the Kingdom Hearts story beyond what we experienced in Kingdom Hearts 3, which is super exciting. Again, huge Kingdom Hearts fan. Whenever there's Kingdom Hearts stuff to talk about, I'm always one of the first ones to talk about it because I love it. So really exciting stuff. Can't wait for that demo. I'll have gameplay on the channel once the demo does drop sometime in mid-October. So that's all we know for that. Moving on from that, we got some Resident Evil 8 news. During the TGS 2020 stream, Capcom actually said that they're looking into bringing Resident Evil Village, which is Resident Evil 8, to PS4 and Xbox One. They can't make any promises, but they are trying. So they said the following. They said, while Resident Evil Village is being developed specifically for next generation consoles and PC, we're looking into Xbox One and PS4 as well, said producer, I don't know how to say his name, Tsuyoshi Kanada, if I'm pronouncing his name right. We're looking into it, but we can't make any promises. However, we will do our best in creating a top-tier survival horror experience on current generation consoles. So it's being looked into. They can't promise anything. It's definitely going to be on Xbox Series X and Series S, I guess, PS5 and PC. But PS4 and Xbox One's kind of up in the air right now. So there is, that possibility if you're not upgrading, but you do have time to upgrade your consoles because this game's not actually coming out till 2021. Not 100% sure when in 2021, so there is a little bit of time, if you don't upgrade your consoles at launch. But if you're waiting maybe a couple years to upgrade your consoles, then there is a chance that you might have to wait to play Resident Evil Village if it doesn't end up coming to current gen. So they're trying, but no guarantees, so keep that in mind. Anyways, moving on from that, my friends, we're going to be talking a little bit more. This is kind of this one kind of gray area for me. I wasn't going to mention it in this video because it's a Nintendo related thing, and I usually talk about Nintendo stuff in my Nintendo channel. So keep that in mind. Most Nintendo stuff doesn't usually go here. It's usually I'll talk about it on the Nintendo channel. Like I said, for example, earlier, Animal Crossing New Horizons got a new update announced and a bunch of other news regarding that. So all that information went over my Nintendo channel, not here. But this one I thought was interesting because it's kind of crossing the two in a way. So Retro Studios, who's working on Metroid Prime 4, who recently was announced like a few months ago. They were like basically restarting development on it all over again. They've actually been hiring some pretty big names. So recently it was posted that someone at PlayStation who worked on God of War for PS4 is actually going to be working on Metroid Prime 4 over at Retro Studios. So this person is, like I said, a level designer. They've designed layouts, Lua scripting, AI scripting, navigation sequences, fight spaces, puzzle designs, and more. But what's more interesting is that it was also posted that apparently earlier this month, Retro hired industry veteran Dylan Job, if I'm pronouncing his last name right, or Joby, I don't know how to say it, who has previously worked on titles such as Call of Duty Modern Warfare. Very interesting. The studio has also apparently hired other devs that have been associated with different series and games such as Borderlands 3, Halo, Call of Duty Black Ops, Shadow of the Tomb Raider, and Donkey Kong Tropical Freeze, and Battlefield Hardline. So these are some pretty big games. I mean, Battlefield Hardline is a little bit more questionable. Obviously, some people didn't really like that Battlefield game as opposed to other games, but it's still a pretty big game. And these are a list of very skilled developers. Like I said, I mean, there's so many different things. I mean, people that worked on Halo, Call of Duty, Shadow of the Tomb Raider, Donkey Kong Tropical Freeze. So a mixture of different, skilled developers that are going to be joining Retro in creating Metroid Prime 4. So again, normally this is something I'd be talking about on the Nintendo channel, so keep that in mind. If you want more Nintendo news and information from me, definitely subscribe to my Nintendo channel as well. So moving on for that, my friends, Amazon announced a gaming platform, which is pretty interesting. It's called Amazon Luna, and Amazon Luna is basically it's cloud gaming, right? So the best way I can explain it is it's Amazon's version of Google Stadia. That's like literally the most simple way I can put it for you guys, which I don't know, you guys can correct me if I'm wrong. I feel like Stadia kind of flopped. There's not a lot of people obviously playing it. Maybe it's just that they're kind of ahead of their time. I feel like most people aren't ready for cloud gaming just yet. I feel like the push for cloud gaming is a little bit too soon, especially with, if you look at most people's internet speeds and stuff, it's not really, most people don't have fast enough internet to really sufficiently be able to, do cloud gaming, realistically, right? A lot of people are starting to get, faster internet, but I think the way like most people nowadays have high-speed internet, and now we're kind of moving into more like fiber optics kind of internet. I feel like that was like back in the day where we were on dial-up internet. If anyone's old enough to remember that, I'm dating myself. And then we were moving into high-speed internet. I feel like that's the transition we're in right now. You can correct me if I'm wrong in the comments below. Anyways, enough of that rant. So Amazon Luna, you can sign up for early access if you want at amazon.com/Luna. And basically, like I said, it's cloud gaming. There's going to be access to all these different games. Lots and lots of different games, including, Assassin's Creed Valhalla from the looks of it, Resident Evil 7, just to name a couple, Metro Exodus, Yooka-Laylee and the Impossible Lair, Control, just a few different ones. It's going to be $5.99 a month for Luna Plus. Unlimited hours of play, growing library of games, up to 1080p/60 FPS. 4K is coming soon. Stream on 2 devices at a time, so at the exact same time. Play on PC, Mac, Fire TV, and web apps for iPhone and iPad. Ubisoft is coming soon, so I guess they're going to have their own channel. So you got specific game channels, which is interesting. So unlimited hours of play for that. Ultimate editions with DLC for select titles, etc., etc. So all that good stuff. There is a controller you can get for Luna, a specific Luna controller, kind of like Google Stadia had, and it kind of honestly looks a little bit like a ripoff of the Pro controller for the Nintendo Switch. They just changed the homework just a little bit, just enough, but it's pretty similar. So the controller looks kind of cool, if you will, but you can also use a PS4 controller or an Xbox One controller as well. You can watch Twitch streams directly from Luna, and you can go from watching Twitch to instantly playing on Luna. There's different things like that you can do with it. There's a whole frequently asked questions section if you want to read the whole thing, but like I said, Luna is basically cloud gaming. Currently early access to Luna is only available exclusively by invitation. Apparently it's also only available to the US. I'm in Canada. I opened it up and it says it's only available to the US. Different things like that. You could also use a keyboard and mouse as well, if I forgot to mention. So there's just different things like that you can check out. It says how much internet data should I expect to use with cloud gaming, and it says unlike streaming movies or music, cloud gaming can consume up to 10 gigs an hour at 1080p. So make sure you have unlimited usage if you're going to be using cloud gaming. So just different things like that. So let me know in the comments below, what do you think of Amazon Luna? Are you interested in it? Do you not care? Did you even care about Google Stadia? Like I said, I feel like they're a little early, right? But I also don't think that's gonna eliminate consoles, at least not for a while. So I think we're gonna have consoles still for a good amount of years. So the last thing we're gonna touch on really quick is Destiny 2 Beyond Light. There's a couple things I wanted to really touch on real quick, because Bungie posted a new This Week at Bungie blog post, and there's a huge thing if you want to go read the whole thing. I only want to touch on a couple key points which I thought were interesting. But I'm a huge Destiny fan. If you guys don't know, I've been playing it since the alpha. I've been with playing Bungie games since the Oni days, which Oni was like before Halo. I obviously a huge Halo fan. So I'm just really excited about Beyond Light. We're going to be playing it a bunch. We're going to have some videos here on the channel. We're going to have some live streams over on Twitch, all that good stuff. So keep it locked for that. The first thing I mentioned is they're actually going to be changing a few things with Beyond Light. So they're going to have new scripting environment, which is just going to basically it's going to change the system a little bit, and I guess it's just going to help them better kind of smoothen the experience with Destiny moving forward and all that good stuff. Which one of the cool features about this is that you can now fire team up with tower friends without a long tower reload. So that's actually really exciting as well, because that was one thing that was kind of always annoying. If you were in the tower and you had to go join a friend and there's just like this long load. So that's basically what the new scripting environment is going to do. It's going to tweak some things and make it for a smoother experience, things like that as well. But furthermore, what's actually really interesting is due to all these changes they're going to be making to the game, you're actually going to have to fully download Destiny 2 when Beyond Light comes out, because they're changing so many different things. It's just going to be it's just a new thing, right? So you're gonna have to re-download it, which could be painful, unfortunately. But they said that because of that, they're gonna make it so you can preload it at least 10 hours prior to when the game actually launches. So November 9th Pacific time, you get to preload it that evening, so you can get it ready for the morning of November 10th. Now, of course, if you are going to be playing on Xbox Series X day one or the Series S day one, then you're gonna have to get your console first and then download it on there. That's gonna suck if you are getting Xbox Series X or Series S day one. I mean, same thing with PS5, right? Whenever PS5 comes out a few days later, if you're gonna play Beyond Light on there, then you're gonna have to download. That first. So you're gonna have to play it on current gen consoles until then. But anyway, so that is possible. The Destiny 2's install size is going to be shrinking by 30 to 40%, which is going to mean that the install size will shrink to between 59 and 71 gigs, depending on the platform. Again, a reduction of 30 to 40%, and that should these improvements should also help them control install size better in the coming years as well, because they are moving some things to the Destiny content vault and things like that, which just kind of helps make it so that the file size is not going to end up like 500 gigs at some point, right? Because that's kind of the way they're headed, and that's also helps them be able to manage everything better, right? Because at some point they can only manage so many different activities and environments and locations in the game at once, so you got to keep that in mind as well. And then the last thing they mentioned, two quick things, is that they rebuilt the character face system, and that's just to kind of start to give more diversity to the options of how your character looks, and eventually they want to add more customization to your characters. That's kind of laying the foundation for that. So your Guardian's face may look a little bit different because of that, just slightly from the sounds of it, but again, that's going to allow that's going to lay the foundation to allow them to add more customization to your Guardian in the future. Maybe they'll add beards finally for people like me that want to add a beard to my Guardian. Maybe I won't. I don't know. Who knows? But and then the last thing they said is that they relit portions of the EDZ and Nessus. So they went in and basically, different lighting on existing destinations. The changes are intentional. They're meant to basically bring the visual quality of these spaces up to their current lighting standards. So it's basically providing a fresh coat of paint for some of their year one locations. So pretty exciting stuff in that regard as well. So yeah, I'm really excited about Destiny 2 Beyond Light. Let me know if you guys are excited for it down in the comments below. Like I said, I'm going to be playing it a bunch. We'll have videos here on the channel. We'll have streams over on Twitch, and it's going to be a really good time. But I think that's pretty much it for the news for now. If you enjoyed this one, drop a like, subscribe if you guys new. Let me know what you guys think about it all in the comments below. Stay safe, stay well. I'll see you guys very soon in another one. And until then, my friends, game on, and thanks for watching.